Hey everyone, it's Melissa Anderson with JFKLiving, brokered by eXp Realty, and I'm really excited to have you join us today for our live stream Medford Here For Good event. So we're living in unprecedented times. There's a lot going on, and one of the things going on is the effect that everything is having on our local businesses. So a little bit of background about me. I have lived in Medford for 20 years. The last 2 have been in the Chemung area, so I am local. You've probably have seen me, although you probably didn't know that you had seen me around. So I'm really excited to be part of the event because I strongly believe that our local businesses are extremely important to the local economy. It helps attract people to our area, and that's good for everyone. So we want to talk a little bit with these local businesses. There's a wide variety. We have the Medford Arts Center here with us today too, so we can all learn a little bit more about their programs and how we can support them. But some of the things that we can do is that are free, because I wish I could give everyone a big bucket of money and say, here, use this for your local business. We know that's not feasible, but some of the things that we can do is we can support them on social media by liking, sharing, commenting on posts. That's huge for engagement. And some of the other things that we can do too, which maybe you don't think about, is leaving them a review, whether it's on Facebook, Google Business, Yelp, some of the other platforms. Those are always a good idea because we live in a review economy. People want to check out the reviews before they use a local service or business. So those are some of the ways that are free that we can support our local businesses here in the Medford area. So without further ado, we're going to start with our broadcast. So everyone bear with me. I'm a little bit terrified about this format. It's something new for me. So I've been practicing and I think I'm pretty good at it, but I have my tech support in the next room out here in the compound in Chemung. So you should be in good hands. Hopefully no one's cutting down trees or doing anything reckless, which would, interrupt our audio here. So I've told everybody that they got to keep it quiet. I've quarantined the cats, so hopefully you won't see them. They were in here earlier wondering what was going on. So you know how it goes when you're working from home. Anything and everything probably will happen. So if there's technical difficulties, just bear with us. We'll get them resolved. And at the end, we're going to take all of the interviews and videos. We're going to split them up so that each business can take them and put them on their social media. So let's enter our first guest. Hi. So
Hi.
With us, Pat and Sally from Amoriello. Am I saying it right?
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay, great. So first and foremost, how are you guys doing? How are you doing?
Well, not bad. A bit stressful right now.
Sure.
But lately seeing some of the small businesses starting to open is making me feel a lot better. Up until this point, it was kind of difficult.
Absolutely, and perfectly understandable. It's so unprecedented that it's really hard to know how to feel from day to day, I'm sure.
Exactly.
I mean, and as a small business owner, it's not just yourself, it's your employees, it's your clients and customers that you're concerned about. So there's a lot going on for sure.
I think that's a good point, just to know that there's so much more behind the scenes than just locking your door and waiting to reopen. There's a lot to consider, and the employees, as you said, that's probably your biggest concern.
Absolutely. And you guys have been a part of the Medford area for such a long time and have such a great client following. It's good to see, the support that our local businesses have from the local area, which is great, which we don't see all the time. So
yeah.
It is good to have that. So tell me a little bit, obviously, how it's changed your business. You're not open. You can't service clients right now. Is that correct?
That's exactly right. We're none at all. I mean, we've had a lot of requests and things like that, but we can't do anything. So what we've done was taken this time to make some adjustments, some changes, and improvements, in the hopes that that's going to make everyone feel a little bit more comfortable.
Sure. So can you tell us a little bit about some of the changes that you're looking to implement and get going?
Well, we haven't been given any direct guidelines yet. as far as what we here in New Jersey are going to be required to do. I've been doing a lot of reading and a lot of searching and, going by what other states are doing. So, there's all different ideas of what we're going to have to do. We personally have changed our, or I should say, enhanced our sanitary and disinfecting procedures, which we had pretty high regard for to begin with.
Sure,
but we have to add some more. And Sally will go into that in a couple of minutes because we went online and had some certifications done and things like that. So we've done that. We've followed already some guidelines that we were instructed to do, which is get rid of magazines, things like that, so that when a client comes in, they can feel really safe and secure. Again, not knowing yet what they want us to do, it's kind of difficult.
Right. And there's so many moving parts to it. Like you said, it seems to change sometimes hour by hour, day by day. So, it's just one of those things because there's so many things involved that it's the not knowing, but looking hopeful to being able to reopen safely and help people feel safe. Because I've got to tell you, you don't realize how fast your hair grows. The things that you need to get done.
It's amazing.
You're probably going to see me fiddle with my hair because I'm like, it's growing and I don't know what to do with it sometimes,
Do what I did and just shave it off. I just said that was it.
That's what my husband does. I actually ended up having to cut my mom's hair and my sister's hair a little bit because their hair is a little bit shorter. And I'm like, oh my gosh, at least you can wear a hat or it'll grow for a little bit. But,
right.
I think it's helped us really realize too, and you've probably seen this too, is the human connection piece. No matter, we have technology like this, and this is always going to help us. Mm-hmm. But it's really that human connection that I think most people are struggling with right now.
Absolutely, including us, including the staff. It's an amazing thing. I will say this: when this all happened, the one thing I have to mention is that our clientele was amazing what these people did for us. That's the offers, the way they contacted Sally and I and there were so many of them, just to offer their support. What can I do for you? Can I buy gift cards now to keep you afloat? Can I pay a year in advance? So this is the kind of, which makes us feel really good because, you strive to have that connection with your client. You want them to feel comfortable. You want them to feel that you care. And obviously if they're coming at us that way, it's working. You know what I'm saying? We hope anyway.
That's awesome. That's incredible. And that is the one good thing about our area is people really truly are supportive. Mm-hmm. And that is always good to see, especially in times like this. So the time that we have left, Sally and Pat, do you guys want to talk a little bit about some of the services that you provide? I know organic hair color choices are very big for your salon.
Yeah, they are.
So I'd like to hear more about that, and I'm sure everyone else would too.
Sure. I'll keep it as short as I can. We've been in business now for 22 years in the salon here in Ironstone. And what we offer is both your traditional and now organic options. All right. So we have the traditional hair colors. We also have the organic options. These are for people that might have sensitivities or just want that sort of healthier, options. So that moves into our perms. We have organic perms. We have, full line of products and that sort of thing. We offer formaldehyde-free keratin treatments. We try to keep, and we have been for the last 10 years, a clean, green salon as best as we can. Can't be 100%, but we sure are giving it a shot. It has grown tremendously. I cannot believe I have clients coming from all over, even Philadelphia, to come here because of those options, those organic options. Okay. So, we have our staff. The difference between the two is that the organic line takes a lot more education and a bigger investment. Our entire staff has now been certified. They're all well educated in the line, and we have to be because it works very differently than traditional hair color. Not to waste a lot of time here, but if anyone is interested, they can contact us. But there's a whole process we go through that's different. Most importantly, our formulations. So when we need to come up with a formulation, it has to be created differently. So those types of things are what we try and let our clients know.
So with organic hair coloring, how does it work with, okay, I don't have any gray. Mm-hmm. No one, I'm not going to admit to having gray hair.
Right.
Not at all. How does it work pretty well for gray coverage?
Yes, that's a very common question. The first question we're always asked is, will it cover the gray? And here's the difference. It has no ammonia, so therefore it takes a little bit longer and it's a little bit gentler. The ammonia is what blasts open that cuticle and closes it and opens it and closes it. And that's what makes it sort of weak over time. And if you'll notice, your color fades. By the time you need to touch up, it fades. This is different. The ingredients that they use, along with coconut oils and things like that, slowly open up that cuticle and slowly close it with the help of some heat. So it's very, very different. It gets 100% gray coverage. Now, if it doesn't, if you come in your first or second time and you feel like you still have a couple, just like the traditional colors, we'll make adjustments to your formula to offset whatever trouble you're having, So yeah, definitely. And it doesn't fade. That's the amazing part. Doesn't fade.
That's
rich
great.
color, a lot of shine because there's a lot of oil in it. So it's quite a product.
Okay. Well, that's exciting because, like I said, I don't have gray, but for the people who have asked me, wanted to make sure we covered that.
Sure, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it's a common question.
Okay. And you guys, when things do open up, you are normally open 7 days a week, correct?
Yeah, we're open 7 and always have been, which really works out because it's a family town. And, Saturdays, usually we have a lot of sporting events that the parents are running to. So Sunday's a great day for people. It's a shorter day for us, but it's a day that's full and can be very busy because, it's the first chance that some of the parents and even the kids, they bring the kids in because that's their first day open.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit more. Tell us a little bit more about some of the certifications that you were talking about that you've been able to get during the downtime, because I think that's one of the things that some of the local businesses, and me myself, just for my business, have tried to do like some business improvements behind the scenes, working on some of the opportunity things that when you're in the thick of it and business is, so busy that you don't necessarily get to do, I guess.
Sure. Well, along with these cosmetic changes that we've made inside, Sally's going to explain what we've done as far as, client.
Well, I think the big concern for everybody is the safety, the disinfecting. So the whole staff took an online course from the big disinfectant company that we have. And basically it's to make sure that everything in here is clean and sanitized. It'll be done throughout the day, multiple times during the day. And we will have masks for people who forget their masks. Everything would be sanitized, your towels, your capes, all of our tools that we all use will be sanitized after each and every client. We will make sure that we wash our hands before we take care of you and ask the client maybe to do the same. Anybody that would come to work and not feel well would be sent home naturally. Just all the precautions that we all are taking. But I just think that as much as people want to get their hair done, I do think there are going to be some reservations. And we just want people to know that it's important for our staff and for us that, and for the clients, that we all maintain a really strict sanitary. The doors, like I said, we've been told to take magazines, anything that is not essential, to take out of the salon.
Yeah,
miss everybody. That's their big thing. We really miss our clients. It's like family. And we're with our clients through weddings and having babies.
Our fire, we had a fire a few years back. They were there for us during that time. Everybody goes through adversities. And as a business owner, we did as well. And, sometimes you're knocked to your knees and you just got to stand up again. And that's what we all have to do here. And I think what you're doing here, Melissa, is so awesome because I really can't thank you enough to put out there the small business people that are struggling. I mean, we try and beg everybody, please shop small businesses, shop local. I mean, I don't live in this town, but I've worked in this town long enough. I support everybody. Currently, there's a guy, this Joshua Whaling. He has a fitness thing here in Medford on Facebook. And I've been using that since I can't go to the gym. So, people ought to look into that.
And it is true. I mean, like you said, there's only so much that we can personally do, like financially, but like supporting those programs, like doing, reviews, sharing posts, anything that we can do. I know, gift certificates, like you said, are huge. Being able, to have those available. So, throughout this broadcast, we have a ticker tape going down below so you can see, all of their contact information. They're on social media. You can buy gift certificates, Now with the curbside pickup starting Monday, would people be able to buy products from you, or is that a gray area?
No, they can. They would just have to message us to let us know. Because we're not just going, since we're not retail, we're not just going to be open all day, but like, for instance, we are selling a lot of these root sprays for people to cover. And what they're doing is they're contacting us through either Facebook or our website, and we're meeting them, and they're getting curbside pick up that item. So we could do the same with all of our items, all of our products. As long as they let us know, we'll be here for them.
You'll be able to take care of that. Well, I thank you guys enough for joining us. I know the 15 minutes goes by really, really quickly. So we appreciate it. And, we wish you the very best. And hopefully we'll get to the other side soon. Hang in there. We are thinking about you. And best of luck.
Thanks again for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. This is what we do best. The team loves tech. So anyway, we can use that to help other people. We're all in. So
terrific.
Anytime. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Okay. Take care.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, so far so good. So we'll just keep on rocking and rolling. We're a little bit ahead of time. So I'm going to try to keep everybody on time, especially myself. So our next guests probably need no introduction. You probably know them quite well. So I'm going to bring in the crew from Lower Forge Brewery. I'm going to add them to the stream. There they are. Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So we've got Sean and Abby with us this morning from Lower Forge. And
Pola's nearby.
There she is. Hi. So I'm so glad you guys could join us this morning. There's definitely a lot going on for sure. Everybody's getting, trying to get used to the new normal. So tell us a little bit about how your business has changed with everything that's going on and how people can support you right now.
Well, the state has closed down all breweries, wineries, distilleries for on-site sales and consumption. And us being a very small brewery, that was a majority of our business. So after a little bit of back and forth with the state, they've allowed curbside pickup so we can at least sustain a lifeline of business. And we still don't exactly know how and when and in what form the tap room will reopen. But the good news is, actually, as of yesterday, they've extended our ability to do curbside at least well past the public health emergency. And we actually haven't even announced it yet, so you have the scoop. We're going to start doing local delivery on certain days. We're kind of inspired by those produce boxes that the Honey Post is doing down in Medford Lake. And now that we're legally allowed to do it, we're going to start taking advantage of that to at least, help out, and it helps keep our business alive.
Absolutely. And I think that's, one of the things that has come out of this is being a little bit more creative with how we bring, products to our clients and to our customers. And so it's really, gotten probably everybody's juices flowing as to how can we continue to bring revenue in and service customers. So
yeah, totally.
Awesome.
People used to, you come in and have a beer, like a glass, which is obviously not allowed. So what you're doing now is you're getting growlers. You order online at lowerforge.com, and you can get a 64-ounce growler, a 32-ounce growler, or a bomber, which is not refillable. The other two are refillable, but this is not refillable. It's a bomber, but it's 22 ounces, which is like 2 servings. And you order those, and then our lovely Pola brings it out to the curb. I'm gonna pop her on here.
Let's bring her in there. We miss seeing your face.
Oh, thank you. I'm really really lucky, and we're really lucky that we have a lot of customers that have become like family that will give a call and everything. We're not allowed to have anybody inside, so they call and they let me know when they're here, and I take the beer outside. A lot of times they'll just pop open the back or pop open the trunk and I put it in there, or I'll open the back door. You know, I'm fully masked at that time, and it's been working. It is what it is. It's what we're allowed to do, and I feel we're lucky to be able to do that much. So at least I get to see some of our customers some of the times.
Right, right. And I think that's like a recurring theme that we've been hearing from all of the businesses, is just how much they really do miss their customers. It's that interaction, you know, beyond just, you know, the products and services. It really is that human connection and, you know, that connection with our customers for sure. For sure. So tell me, so if someone wanted to get a growler refilled, because you can do that with the 64 and the 32 ounce, how do people go about that? Now it's only glass. Am I correct? That it's only the glass?
Because it's a little extra work, and sometimes it takes 2 trips. Like we've had a customer already drop their growlers off this morning so that they can be deep cleaned. So it's rinsed, deep cleaned, rinsed, and sanitized before it's refilled. And then I spray them with sanitizer again before I take them outside. So everybody gets their own growlers back. So the growlers they bring in to me are handled completely separately and then returned to that same individual when they return to get their beer.
If I can interject too, one thing that's kind of cool about being in a brewery, and I kind of wear 2 hats because I'm also in fire and emergency medicine,
Right.
but breweries are designed around sanitation. So everything we do here, one of the best things we can do is actually ensure clean, safe packaging. It's pretty cool because we've already been set up for this for years, because people don't realize even a stray wild yeast can ruin an entire batch of beer. So everything we do down to a microbial level already had to be clean. And not that anything about the current situation is good, but it was nice to realize that our prep from just being good brewers for years has been a salvation right now, because we can continue to ensure our customers that we're going to keep them safe and we're going to provide our product in the best way possible.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's like something that most people don't realize sometimes. And so when you know, just in the day-to-day business of things, and then you look and you see, wow, we really are set up to be able to adapt. And so you guys have done that very, very well. And you have a great social media presence, a great following, obviously. So tell us a little bit more about this delivery feature that you're going to be rolling out. How far do you think?
I was actually a little bit of a hold up on this, because unfortunately I've been splitting my time between here and being on duty. But
Sure.
We looked at our schedule, we looked at how we're doing, and some of our supply chain has gotten a little more stable. Things were a little crazy there for a little while, trying to get everything from packaging to ingredients, that we're probably going to offer at least 1 delivery day a week devoted to Medford Lakes, the surrounding area. And then depending on the success of that, then we'll start announcing on social media, you know, on a certain day, we'll also offer maybe Evesham or Lumberton, Mount Holly or other areas, but there'll be more one-offs. And then there'll always be at least 1 dedicated Medford day a week.
Okay, great. Now I saw this morning that you rolled out a new one. The
Yes.
quad. So tell us a little bit about that one, because that looks intriguing.
So this was an idea we actually had. We haven't really talked much about it because we're still figuring out what we're going to do, but we just technically are in the middle of our 4th anniversary.
Okay.
Before the pandemic, we were planning a pretty monster party and blowout that would have started in mid-April and gone through next week, American Craft Beer Week, because that was our timeline for opening. And Quad was going to be part of that. And then the joke is, a few years ago, we had a great beer called the Irish Twins, because our now, well, not youngest anymore, but our Finnegan was born at the same time that our best friends had a baby, young Cohen. So we were joking that because they were so close in age, it was the old joke about Irish twins, and we made a really fun stout with that. Well, now our youngest, Ty, was just born last fall, and our best friends just had a baby, Kian. And we were joking, well, now it's the Irish quads. So we thought we'd have fun with it. We haven't brewed a Belgian quad in a couple of years. So we thought, well, we'll call this Belgian quad the Irish quads. And if you look at the artwork, all their names are actually, I mean, I may be biased because I'm married to our graphic artist, but all their names are actually woven into the artwork. It's really, really cool. And it's a great beer. I love Belgian beer. So it's a great beer no matter what, because it's very malt forward, very flavorful. It's going to pair well with a lot of foods. I'm planning personally sometime this week to have a big glass of it with like a brisket sandwich from Braddock's, because it will pair amazingly with brisket. I like their brisket. But it's one of those things that it's a fun beer to have, especially if you're cooped up just doing takeout, everything like that. You can sit there and have a little bit of a foodie experience with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and I would, as off-camera notes, we would show you a pour of it right now, but there's a little bit of ongoing debate. The ABC does not want us pouring any beer into unsealed containers, and we're still waiting for some regulatory guidance. So I don't want to like flout them on camera and be like, look at this beer, and then find out that
look what I'm doing.
made our inspectors a little unhappy.
Right. No, we don't want to do that. So how many beers do you typically have available at any one time?
So usually we have at least 8 beers available and at least one non-alcoholic, I wouldn't call it a beer, like a soda beverage available. That was something else that the pandemic interrupted, is we were hoping to introduce an entire line of non-alcoholic sparklers and elixirs, kind of like flavored sparkling waters. And we were going to time it around ShopRite's grand reopening on March 21st. But a global pandemic kind of forced us to just offer it for sale until we can find a better way to introduce it to everyone further down the road. So we'll always have at least one of those on tap that will fresh fill in growlers, and eventually it'll be available in cans and bottles. And then we'll have 8 beers on tap. And as we build up our packaging capability, we'll usually have some beers available in to-go forms by summer, at least 3 or 4, and it may rotate between what's on tap and what's available in like 4-packs.
Oh,
We do
that's
like
awesome.
with our beer.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm a little bit more like I don't want to out myself as to the type of beer that I drink, because people would be like, that's not beer. But the one that I do like that's a little bit, more of a robust beer is like a Stella. So, but I also like things that are a little bit more sweet. So for someone like me, what would you recommend on your menu list?
So
to try?
You said you like Stella, so that'd be a Belgian pale ale. So right there, you've said you kind of like slightly malty sweet beers, medium body, something with a crisp, clean finish. So we could actually point out a couple different beers. So the Irish Quad might be strong, but if you like malty characteristics, you might find that might be your cup of tea, almost like when you find that right dark roast coffee. But then if you're looking at our tap list right here, you might find that an amber, like Against the Grain, or even our Hefeweizen could both fit certain things you like with the style. The Hefeweizen has a clean finish, medium body. The amber, on the other hand, is malt forward. It's a little hoppier, but it's a fun one to experiment with because it might get you in the hoppier beers you like. So just by telling me what you like there, you have a couple different gateways into a couple different styles.
And
I like that.
We also have some selections for people that are not traditionally beer drinkers. My quote of the week, and if he's watching, he'll know that I'm quoting him. He told me he drinks beer like a girl. He likes our Squeeze the Day, which is a grapefruit radler. And recently we ran out of our That's My Jam, which is a strawberry lemonade shandy. So we like to have something for everyone. So everything from a lighter beer, lighter in hops and alcohol, to something that's a little sweeter and different. We all like something different from time to time. And even I like dark beers, but I don't like them every day. I like to mix it up, and it depends on my mood, what I'm eating, and how the rest of the time went. So right now we have a mix of lighter and darker beers. So I think that we have a little something for everybody's taste.
Everybody. Great.
So a neat trick, if you're on our online ordering form at lowerforge.com, if you look at how the beers are listed, there's actually, the order is from least bitter to most bitter. So we have one holdover from the winter season, Impish or Admirable, and then it goes down the list down to the strongest beers. So you can also, if you're not sure, if you see where it is on the list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you'll know that something in that top part of the list is definitely going to be a little more approachable than the bottom part of the list. And we should preference, we do have more That's My Jam in the tanks, but unfortunately we're at the mercy of fermentation time, so it's going to be another week or two.
And there
Sure.
is, Sean or I are usually here. If somebody has a question and they're not sure, we're, you know, people call us all the time because they ask us questions. I mean, that was one of the great things to be able to come in and taste, and now they can't. So our descriptions and conversations are even more important, I think. Right?
Yeah. I was supposed to say,
Absolutely, because I'm not like a beer connoisseur by any means. So, you know, having someone to be able to guide you so that you know, get something a little bit different, but something that's still in your wheelhouse. You know, I think people are drinking a little bit more than normal these days, just, you know, with everything going on. So
We usually, when our tasting room is open and somebody's not sure what to order, I'll ask them, so if you and I were out to dinner, and you drink alcohol as a matter of course, what would you order to drink? And I always say there's no wrong answer, because if they tell me, well, I'd like a bourbon, well, that tells me something. They like something a little stronger, a little more. And in just that conversation, I can make a few suggestions of what their palate might appreciate. And you know, with any conversation, it's always the beginning of a friendship.
Yeah.
it is. And so, you know, Medford is very lucky to have you guys. You know, Abby, Sean, all of you really support all of the local businesses, and it's just really nice to see how everyone has come together to support one another, and we can still have great beer from Lower Forge Brewery. So I appreciate you guys joining us. We have all your information down below. We'll make sure that we get, you know, this copy of the video to you guys. And, you know, I'm looking forward to getting my own growler now. So I didn't know what those were a few years ago, believe it or not. Now I know. So watch out, world. So you guys take care. It's so good to see you. You're very welcome. Look forward to hopefully seeing you in person soon, okay? Take care.
Can't wait. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So I think we're doing pretty good on time. So I'm gonna just grab a little bit of water. We're gonna bring in our next guest here from Soul Obsessions. So without further ado, let's go ahead and add them. Hello. Hi, Pam. How are you? Good. There's Natalie. There she is. How are you? Hello. Good. So I think the audio is a little bit off, but we'll just get a little bit closer. We'll get through this. It'll be fine. Are you there? Okay. Yep, there you are. I'm actually going to get you into a little bit of a bigger screen. I'm going to take myself off. Technical difficulties, it's okay. So tell us a little bit about how things have changed for you with everything going on and with your business. Yeah, absolutely. It's just such an unprecedented time and so many changes and everything that's been happening. I think it's just, you know, just hour by hour, day by day, just taking it a little bit at a time, because it is just, it's just hard for everybody right now. So tell us a little bit about, now with the governor's mandate of non-essential retail being able to do curbside pickup and different things starting Monday, Will people be able to do that with you, Pam, at your store?
Yes, they will definitely be able to do that. And I've been doing, stuff like that and online sales. So, if that's the best that we can do right now is report pickup or online, online transactions. So, hopefully that'll help. So, but also,
Okay.
importantly, we have our own website now. So if you'd like to purchase anything from us, just go to www.sofootwear.com. That's SO like sold section, sofootwear.com.
Okay, great. So with summer coming up, and I know I need some new shoes desperately. I think I've worn the same pair of flip-flops and sandals for the last 5 seasons, probably, because when you find something you like, you're like, oh, these are comfortable. So do you have a few options to show us of what's kind of available for the summer season?
Yes, we have a lot. So I'm now going to turn the camera over and I'm going to introduce you to my models. Okay, over here. Okay, so this is Miss Bella. Yes, okay. Let me zoom in here. Okay, yep. So here we have Natalie and here we have Bella. So I'm just going to go to Bella first. So Bella, you want to stand up? She is wearing a sandal, Wild Diva. It's the Colbert. No, I'm sorry, Olivia, and it's really cute. You can see the embellishments right here. So it's got it's a lot of fun, and it's definitely Bella loves it. Yeah. Right? You love it. Yeah. All right. So turn around. See how cute they are? They're adorable.
Oh, those are adorable.
They are. Yes, definitely boho. So as you can see, she's wearing it with a crop jean. It looks great with that. She can wear it with shorts. She can wear it with a skirt, whatever. It just looks great. All right. So now I'm going to turn the camera over to Natalie. She is wearing. The brand is called Cloud, and they're a European company. They're out of Canada, and this is called the Hattie sandal. Now I'm just going to zoom in closer, and yeah,
Those are pretty.
Beautiful. Look at that. I gotta tell you, these are the most comfortable I've put on my feet, and I travel a lot, so I know that these will go with like the summer dresses. I can wear them, the more formal thing, or jeans, or shorts, or walking, or absolutely beautiful and comfortable, and I love them. Yep. Yes, please. So
Those look super comfortable.
Called Hype Black, and this color is called Luxor White. Now, do you notice that there's a lot of stretch at the top? Do you see that? Oh, well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So So you're right. If you have a wider foot or a narrow foot, it's kind of like a ballet slipper. If you've ever been in dance, and you can tighten the ballet slipper with
Yes.
strings, it's fabulous. And like I said, you can dress them up or down versus straight up.
And I like the heel on that one because when you're walking around, yeah.
Detail on that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes, and you know what's great about this sandal also is it is bunion friendly. So a lot of women have bunions and no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Right around, and you can wear it, no issues at all. Very comfortable. I'm not lying. I bet pennies on a lot of shoes. Yeah. So yeah, that's a beautiful sandal.
Yeah.
And as I say, this comes in
Like
two
that.
colors. That is the Luxor White. The other one is called Hype Black. So here it is. Here it is.
Okay.
Okay. Now moving on to Miss Bella. What is Bella wearing? This brand is by Lemon Jelly, and this is called the Sunny. And this is, you can see it's a multicolored slide, and it's got that cushiness. It's like walking on a cloud. Yeah, they're really comfortable. And it looks great with jeans. Very comfortable. did a little walk around.
And does that one come in different colors too, Pam?
So put the other color on. There's 3 colors. That's the green she had on. This is the pink. You zoom out. There it is. Here we go. Oh, this is great. This works so much better if you're able to zoom like this. Okay.
I like that.
Let me get the pink. Yes.
I like that easy slip on.
Yeah. Show the side of the shoe again, Bella, so that you can see. Yeah. Turn your foot. See that little pink detail? That is
Yep.
a swirl of pink. Isn't that adorable?
That is adorable.
That side. So it's like somebody like took a paintbrush and just kind of put a swirl, you know, like it. Yeah. So it's not like it's like over the top. It's just really subtle. And it's just really cute, and it can go with a lot of things. Now, the last color, this is like a rose gold color, or like a champagne,
Mhm.
and Natalie's putting that on.
Yeah, those are nice.
It's lemon jelly. They feel so good and light. You just want to have some limoncello with seltzer. Yeah, lemon seltzer, limoncello. And this is
Those are nice.
yeah, as gold as you think it is, you can actually use this as a nude. And it's another pair, like the other ones that I modeled, that you can dress up or down. Because these are beachy, boardwalky, and as you can see, I'm wearing a sundress and they look better. Yep, so
And look, and it look,
eat your boardwalk fries, walk around, and you'll be comfortable all day. Okay, so we're going to move on to Bella. And this brand is by Sanook.
ooh,
Okay, so this is just a loafer, and it's available in 3 colors. And Paradise. I almost forgot the name. This is called Paradise. So
paradise. Okay.
she is wearing the rose. Yes, Sanook. The brand is Sanook. Yes. So we're just showing the Paradise, but we also have flip flops. But I think if we have time, we'll show.
I love those.
Called Harbor or Miss. Aren't those cute? That little blue color. So just adorable. So let me zoom out so you can see it.
Nice and lightweight too.
Yes, it's very lightweight. And so, do you feel the cushioning, Bella? Yeah, they're really soft on the bottom. And they're not too, they really get hot and then yes. No, that nobody wants hot and sweaty feet in the summer.
Oh, no. For sure.
Okay, that's an inside joke between Natalie and I. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I love those
Now,
shoes.
float your boat. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I have to say about that. So,
I
okay.
I think I need those in every color.
Yes. And there was one other color, gray. I don't know where it went. Oh, you put them on. Okay. I'm sorry. They're on your feet. Yeah. So this is the 3rd color. This is in gray. Aren't those cute?
Those are adorable.
Oh, love them. Love them. Love them. Love them. And I was gonna steal a pair, but I don't know yet. I'll have to see. You know. Look, if these don't go, I'm gonna steal from myself.
You'll take them.
They're so cute. They're adorable. Okay, back to Natalie. Yes.
Ooh.
So, like I was showing you before, the Hattie sandal and then
Mhm.
the black and the white. This is also by Cloud. This is called. It's the same brand. That's why they feel so freaking good. Yes. This is called Caliber, and that see that blue. You can see there's like. Is that leather? Yes.
Oh, that's
It's leather. All right. Yeah, this is a European brand. Well, they're gorgeous. They are.
oh, those are beautiful.
See that floral design? It's like embossed into the leather. See that? It's really gorgeous. They're really gorgeous. Yes, and they're so comfortable. They are. Too. They feel great. And again, I got a dress on with them, but I'm sure if I had shoes on,
Those are gorgeous.
yeah, they are. They are. They're certainly gorgeous.
and so different. I mean, too many times you go into a store and it's the same thing over and over again. And I like things that are different.
Yes. Yeah. So we pride ourselves at Soul Obsession. We pride ourselves on uniqueness and buying quality shoes that you wouldn't get, like at other stores. We like to focus on high quality footwear. And all right, Natalie's.
Ooh.
This is called the what is it called? The Keta? Whatever she said. This is by Spring Step.
Okay.
It is. And that upper. Yeah. So that's a beautiful Metallica. We only have that in a 9.5, 10 at this time because it is in short supply. So if you're a 9.5, 10, you're lucky. Grab them because they're super cute. Okay. Okay. So this is Bella has on. Yes, and that's by Wild Diva. Now, yeah, it's a little small, so she just grabbed one on the display, but I do have her size. Oh, look at that!
Ooh.
I have them on too, by the way. Oh, here, I'll take your feet.
I love them all.
All right, so I am modeling. This is by Fly London. They're gorgeous. Thank you. And
They're really pretty.
I do. It's very foot flattering, and it does make your feet look narrower and more tapered. So it beats binding them like the Japanese girls do, right? Right. Right. So here's Natalie. She's wearing. This is what's it called? Palp, and the color is called lemon. This is a beautiful lemon color, and it's not like too loud. It's just a beautiful. It's like it's muted, so it's kind of like it's not like glossy bright where you're just like whoa.
Yeah, like it's overpowering. Well, just well, I can't wait to get shoes for myself, so I'll be contacting you because I definitely need to update my wardrobe for the summer. Thank you so much for joining us. I hate to cut it off. We'll have to do this again so everyone can see everything that you have.
Okay, one more pair.
One more? Okay, one more.
This is by Earth. So, yeah, this is fantastical. Fantastical. It's fantastical. It's so great. I'm just making up words as I go along. Look at that. It's gorgeous.
Those are awesome.
Oh my. Oh, hello. Yeah, no, we don't. Oh, okay. Hi. I'm sorry. We're doing a live broadcast right now. Like, you're literally, or good, depending on how you look at it.
I love live. This is the beauty of live. It's so real.
In live broadcasts, anything happens.
Anything happens. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to get together again and we're going to do a longer segment because I think I need to buy some more shoes. Just don't tell my husband. Okay. All right, ladies, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon, okay? All right, so lots of shoe choices at Soul Obsession and a lot of different choices, which is great because a lot of places you go, it's the same old thing over and over again. So next up, we have the Life Center in Balance. So I'm going to bring up onto the screen Susan. Susan, thank you so much for joining us. How are you today?
I'm terrific today. Thank you so much for doing this. And how much fun this has been this morning, seeing my fellow Main Street friends and all of Medford friends. I miss everybody. We are such a tight community, the merchants of Medford, that this has been great, catching up with everybody.
Absolutely. And it's a beautiful day for it. You know, it's been, April was such a dismal month all the way around with everything, the weather, and just to see the sunshine and to see the positivity and the energy coming from people this morning. I know it's energized me. So, you know, I hope everyone is getting that same feel out of the event. And some fun too. I mean,
Absolutely.
you know, I think that's, part of it too, is things are serious and it is a serious time, but we still have to be able to be positive and have a little bit of energy, because otherwise you just go nuts, I think.
And that's what we're all about at the center. We are all about positive energy and sharing it with others and helping people grow their energy. This has been a very different, tough time for a lot of people. So it's great that I have this other, what you're doing is to let people know that we are still here. Everybody at the center is still available to help, to do our part.
Yes. And I think that's the most important thing, is I think because there's so much information coming from people, even before all of this, but now with everything going on, there's so much information coming at people that, they may not know about how our local businesses are continuing to do business and how we can help support them and avail ourselves of the services that they provide. So tell us, Susan, a little bit how it's changed your business and how people can still avail themselves of the services and what services you're still providing right now.
Okay, so let me just give you a little bit of background, because still, even though we're coming up on our 6-year anniversary on Main Street, thank you. Still, there are some, we've been in the village for 10 years, but this is coming up on 11 years. This is our 6 years right on Main Street. So a little bit about what we do is we offer services, we offer classes and workshops to help people balance body, mind, and soul. We're very hands-on. Acupuncture, massage, a lot of that work we can't do virtual, obviously. Right. But what we're doing is a lot of our practitioners, with their energy healing and their readings, their modalities, they are offering them virtually. Everything's on the website, and I see that you have that going across the bottom. Everything, all of our practitioners individually. There's like 17 of us, believe it or not, working out of the Center Life in Balance. So everybody is listed on the website individually. You can contact them directly so that you can still receive, if it is an intuitive reading that you're looking for to help you get through this time, or some energy work, whether it be Reiki or IET. We're still offering that. And then I have some breaking news for your broadcast. We do have a metaphysical gift shop, Heart Space Metaphysical Gift Shop, that's also located inside the center. And we are starting Wednesday. We'll have hours Wednesday through Friday, 11 to 2 for private. If you want to come in, we'll set up an appointment, curbside pickup, everything that we're allowed to do, we will do. I'll even set up virtual appointments for you. If you're not quite sure what it is you need, we can do it virtually if you're not comfortable coming out, and then do the curbside pickup. So we carry a lot of healing items in the store. I just happen to have, a few. So we carry incense, and we specialize in chakra incense that helps open each of the energy centers in the body. And of course, anybody familiar with sage? So sage helps not only clear out negativity from energies and stress in your home, but it also helps clear out germs. So white sage is a very potent, wonderful thing. We carry a whole line of Young Living essential oils. So I know for myself, I've been doing my daily protocol of the essential oils that I'm ingesting, that I'm diffusing in the home to keep us all healthy here. This is what we're all about at the center. Again, healing body, the physical, the mind, the spiritual. So we're excited, and we have massage therapists at the center. So all of us massage therapists at the center, we're keeping up on all the guidelines, how and when we'll be able to open up to do that, the cleaning process that we will be doing. We do acupuncture there, we do massage there. We're clean, okay? We're doing hands-on, we're doing the acupuncture, but we're all just, we just want to get back doing what we do best, helping people. So we will be on top of everything that we need to do. In fact, I'm going in tomorrow and starting everything to prep for this week, which is just really exciting. Also, some breaking news. Well, she already mentioned it on her page, but Grazing Affair is out of the Center Life in Balance.
I did not know that.
Yes, she's right from the center. And starting May 21st, she's doing her pickup of her takeaway boxes. And April has added different takeaway boxes. Everything is on her website, but if you just go to the center's website, she's listed there as well as Heart Space, and you can take a look at different items in the store there. We were supposed to have an open house gratitude celebration. Well, obviously that got kiboshed for a little bit. We were going to do it with Earth Day to just express our gratitude. So that's not going to be tabled forever. Hopefully September, we can just blast it with gratitude.
Yeah.
In the meantime, that gratitude is there. We are so grateful for everybody who comes into the center, and we're going to be there. You know, as soon as we're in every capacity that we can be, we're following all the rules, we're going to be there. We also do a monthly psychic healing fair that, of course, had to stop. But June 20th, we're going to do our first virtual one. So more info to follow. We don't have everything exactly, but it'll be the free talks will be live on live Facebook. We'll be able to set up the sessions. So more information will be coming out. Again, check the website for that. I'm more excited about that because that event brings people together. That event just gets healing out there. The other thing I really wanted to mention was we do at the center 2 meditations a week. We do it on Fridays and Wednesdays at noon.
I saw that, like a 10-minute meditation.
Yep, 10-minute meditation. There's no registration. There's no fee. It's kind of like you get a lunch break, you get a little break, pop in, meditate. So what we've been doing is meditate right where you are. We're still meditating. But we've added. So 9 a.m., 12 noon, and 9 p.m. for 10 minutes, we're meditating. So wherever you are, however you meditate, join in. Because when you join in meditation, when you meditate with others, it just multiplies the energy. And that energy not only helps us, but that energy goes out to the world and helps everybody. So that's another thing.
And I think that's one thing that through all of this that I think I'm most concerned about is people's mental and emotional states. Is, you know, it's very easy to read all the news and bombard yourself with all of this negativity. And I think if we're not careful, I think we're going to see some far-reaching effects of that. So, you know, just for someone who's maybe never meditated before, like what advice would you give to them?
So you can't meditate wrong. So if you've never meditated before, the easiest, the simplest way is to take 3 deep cleansing breaths and pay attention. Just take 3 deep cleansing. Don't answer an email while you're doing it. Don't be feeding the dog while you're doing it, but just intentionally breathe in deep. You can set the intention. I'm breathing in the positive. I'm blowing out the negative, and repeat it 3 times. Because what that does is it chills you out. It brings you present. Meditation is being present. So that's what those breaths do. Not only that, but it physiologically, on the physical level, when you get that oxygen in there, it sends the right signals to the brain to produce the right hormones to say, oh, we're relaxed. So that it can be as simple as that. You can be still, give yourself, set a timer for 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and repeat a mantra. And that's just a phrase. You could even repeat the word love. That's meditating. So there's so many different ways, but you can't do it wrong. So anytime you're right where your feet are, you're meditating.
Okay. Because I know I could definitely, and my team could probably benefit from that, just because you get caught up in a lot of different things, emails, you know, now with kids, you know, being schooled from home, there's so much going on that, you know, sometimes you're just like, you got to recenter. You've got to reset and recenter, because otherwise, you know, you're not going to be in a good state. You just aren't. So
the way that I do that. And especially now, if this is something new to you, memory is what memory is. So I work with mine. So I set it with every time I wash my hands, I take those 3 deep breaths. Like I associate it with something. That one deep sigh breath you just did. Beautiful. So just like gift yourself with that every time you wash your hands or every time you do something that you typically do, you take that nice deep breath. Then you're making it habit. I always suggest to people to put a hair tie on your toothbrush or a rubber band on your toothbrush. And when you pick it up in the morning, because you're going to brush your teeth, that's your reminder to just maybe say a little prayer, maybe put your intention out there. But now you're making it habit. And that's what we want. We want these good habits now, because the other habits we can do it away with.
Absolutely. And I think that's one thing too, because our real estate team, you know, we have a coach, we have someone that we work with, and a lot of it stems from gratitude, doing your daily gratitudes in the morning, and just making sure that you're mentally and emotionally ready for the day. And I think that makes a big difference, especially now, of being very intentional with your mental state and how it's connected to you physically and spiritually, for sure.
Absolutely. The body-mind connection is real, is scientifically proven. I can't tell you all the hormones and all the pathways and all that, but there are people that can. You could research that. But it is so important. And it is the whole thing, the body, the mind, and the soul. That's the whole person. And when you take those breaths, when you take that pause, you're reconnecting, recentering all 3 together. That's health. And right now, we especially want to keep ourselves there. There's also, I do want to mention that we do at the center that maybe you don't know, we have a couple different coaches. That one coach helps with intuitive eating. So, you know, some of us are locked in tight, maybe not eating our best, and you can do those appointments virtually. We also have integrative nutrition counseling. So our different practitioners do different things, again, to help keep that body, mind, spirit going strong, keeping you healthy. Now's not the time to be eating our worries away.
No, because that is, you know, it just makes you feel worse. You know, it's that immediate just sugar, and then you just feel worse, and then you beat yourself up, and no one wants to live in that cycle anyway.
Absolutely.
Not to say that I didn't have a cupcake last night, but you know,
hey, there's always exceptions to the rule.
Got my water ready to go. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Susan. I've learned a lot more about your business, and for which I'm very grateful to learn more about what everyone else is doing and how people are doing. And it's great to see your positivity. So we look forward to seeing what you have in store for us this week. We have everyone's information below. And once this is all over, would love to do an in-person video with you about everything, and we'll go from there, okay? So you guys stay safe, okay?
All right. Thank you again. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're so welcome. Anytime. Take care now.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. So that was fun. So, you know, that is definitely something important, is getting, you know, the mind, body, and spirit all together, because times are tough right now, for sure. So our next guest I'm very excited about is with the Medford Art Center. So I'm going to add you guys to the stream. Hi, how are you?
Hello. Hi.
I'm so glad to have you here. So I have, we have Jeff and Libby in the frame right now, right? I got that right, correct?
I'm just so relaxed from that last session. I mean,
I know. I've been told that I'm a very intense individual, so I've really tried to work on mellowing out a little bit. And Susan's very mellow. She just has a very calming effect. So how are you guys doing? How's everyone doing today?
Very good. Yep, we're good. We're here in our center.
Okay, good.
Like welcome everybody to the Medford Art Center.
Hi, I'm Libby Lucas. Welcome to the Medford Art Center. This is my husband, Jeff.
Hi, everybody. And it's exciting to be here. A little bit of history, and then we can get into the question and answer things.
Sure.
We're here in this building for almost 2 years. We purchased this building. It used to be a flower shop. We used to be down the street. And this is now our permanent home. We've renovated it. We have all kinds of things here with classes, with open studios, music concerts, movie night, poetry night. So that's why it's arts, plural, because we have so many different things that we do.
Right.
And Alicia Moore is here. Come and speak.
Hi.
How are you?
Alicia's our employee and paid staff. She was a volunteer here for a long time. And we just got so busy after moving here that we had to be, have someone here on a full-time basis. And
Sure.
working out great for us. The rest of the work is done with volunteers. I guess there's probably 40 to 45 volunteers on a regular basis that do everything else. Setting up the shows, setting up the classes, working with children, working with seniors. And we have a very active veterans art program where
I saw that.
yeah,
I like
that. Out of that, we have about 16 to 18 regulars that come twice a month for veterans art. And we have a smaller group, but we also have veterans yoga twice a month. Last year, we had a veterans art show right around Veterans Day.
Okay. So with all of the changes, Jeff and Libby, with not being able to do some of the things that you would typically do, I know that like the Medford Art Walk was starting to come back like in April, those types of things, not being able to have them going on. What are some things that people can still do with the Medford Arts Center right now?
Well, the building inside is closed. The most important thing for us was safety. And we shut down our programs back in, I think, March 17th. And what we've done is we've moved online. We now have our poetry online. We have a website with YouTube. We have the Veterans Art is going to be online. We're having some online classes with about 7 or 8 of our instructors doing online demonstrations. And we will have our next show called Works on Paper, which will run from June 12th to July 5th. And again, that'll be an online show. So we ask people to come onto our website, poke around there and move around through different things and sign up. So the show will be online. I guess our show that we shut down was April. And we did the Art of the Flower. And we actually had a video where we had people do a walk through the building. We actually had more people view that than usually come to an opening. So it's even better. We have a very active jewelry making group, and they have a lot of it being sold in our gift shop, and those gift shop sales can continue. We will do, in a sense, the curbside pickup.
Right. We are working on an online format, an online gift boutique. So there's going to be new items added frequently. So we ask everyone to go to medfordarts.com and view the gift boutique, and they'll see new things added often. And the curbside pickup, we'll just arrange times with the purchasers to be able to do that. And we are also able to ship. We're not limited just to the downtown Medford area. We can ship anywhere.
Perfect. Now, with some of the online classes and shows that you have going on, do you have anything for my stepdaughter? Loves the Medford Arts Center. She loves art, and I am not art. I did not get the art gene. My grandmother painted. My great aunts paint. I did not get any of that. So when she always wants to do some art, I'm like, maybe not me, but do you have some things for young ones that they can go on and take a look at too?
We are actually in development working on we had a family fun day. That was the third Sunday of every month. So it's in development to bring a family-friendly program to the Arts Center. So it is in the works.
Great.
We're also looking, because we usually have a summer camp.
Correct.
And again, the idea of keeping children socially distant in a building, we're concerned, as all parents are in all organizations. So we're looking at doing something with that, being an online, program. We really think that this has pushed us into a whole new area of our growth. So like we said, we'll come out of it stronger because we will have online sales, which we didn't have before, online submissions, which we didn't have before, and some online classes, which allows us to expand.
And that is one good thing that we've been seeing, is that while it's still concerning, it's allowed and pushed some of us to do things that maybe we wanted to do but weren't quite sure. And now it's also become like a necessity and a way to pivot and just do something a little bit different.
Yeah, we're exploring a lot of different things so that people can continue. And I'll give you a real simple one. We're next to the gazebo in downtown Medford. So we took the windows and made those into a gallery. So if people are walking downtown, you can walk by and see the artwork hanging in the gallery.
It's actually the Art of the Flower is on display, and we periodically change out the work so they can see something different every time they come by.
Yeah, we now have a outdoor table and chairs, 6 chairs, so people can sit socially correct or socially distant.
Right.
And it was funny because yesterday, we just got them on, I guess, Thursday. And on Friday, a couple of ladies went over to the senior center, which was closed. They were going to play mahjong there. And they walked over here and said, "Can we use your table?" And we said, "Sure." And we have, sanitizers and sprays out there so that you can wipe it down and use it. And they were just thrilled. And that's part of being a community-based organization. So.
Absolutely. It's about bringing people together, and whether, I don't know anything about art. I love it. I know, my family, like I said, with my grandmother, my great aunt, they do a lot of oil painting, and they got all of the genius there in the family, but it just brings people together. And I think that's one of the most important things that we're getting out of this, is that whether we can be in person or not, people still want that connection.
Correct.
And so having those programs and the different things that you're doing still are bringing people together at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
I think the arts really stepped up big time with the quarantine closure, whatever you want to call it. This morning on the TV program, they had a whole thing about a Corona. I think they called it the COVID gallery, where artists all over the world are submitting things. We may have a show in the fall of just things that were done while you were home. And the musicians, the artists, you see things that are going on, people having, the whole symphonies having performances where everybody is in their own home doing things. We saw one the other day where everybody was singing, the song Hallelujah. They were holding up the words as it went. And, Facebook's just been a great pastime. And now I think more than ever. I mean, could you imagine if this had happened 20 years ago and we didn't have the internet or Facebook or any of these other things? We'd have been, going crazy.
Yeah, it would be extremely lonely. And, that's one of the things, with the videos and the different things that you're having online are so important, because they say that video is going to be 82% of what's going to be on social media and YouTube and all the different things, and it allows people to interact. And like you said, some of them were viewed more than if you had had the event in person. So it's a great way to reach additional people that you may not have been able to reach before.
Absolutely. Not only with our online format, it's amazing to see how not only are we reaching our local audience, but we're reaching people from all over the country. And that is shocking to see that happen. It's exciting. And I personally want to make sure that I thank all of our volunteers. They are working so hard and going so outside of the box to change everything over to online. It seems like it should be an easy process, but it has been challenging us in every way imaginable. But our volunteers, we are so lucky to have a group that really have just risen to the challenge.
In case you asked how the public can support us,
Yes.
my answer for that is basically go on our website and just become a member. Even if you're not an artist, please be a member and support us. If you want to buy a gift certificate, I think we're setting that up as well. So you can give a gift certificate for a future class or the gift shop or the gallery. And there are people that are making donations to support us. I know Libby and I, when this all started, we went online and bought gift certificates to other businesses downtown because we knew it was going to be, rough for a lot of people, and we know we're going to use them. And we've already bought our gift certificates for when we can go back into the stores.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, if someone wanted to volunteer, how would they go about reaching out to you to help?
Go to medfordarts.com, and there is under support, there is a volunteer section, and you can register to volunteer, or you can call 609-653-654-673.
But really, everything starts with Medford Arts.
Yes. You were very easy to find online. Very easy.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's always good. So it's great to have this, your center here in town, because sometimes people are like, oh, when people find out I'm from the Medford or Chemung area, I never say Chemung because people usually don't even know where that's at. They're like, well, you're so far out there. I'm like, well, let me tell you, this is one of the best kept secrets in South Jersey is our area. And there's so many great people who make up our community. What Medford Arts Center is doing for our local community is fantastic. I love the support of the veterans. Today is Armed Services Day. So that's a great segue. And Jim's Jarhead Jerky is going to be on later. So that's, a good,
Yeah. That's wonderful.
So, it's just great to see your energy and your passion for what you do. So I'm definitely going to go online and become a member. And, when we can get back to certain things, we'll definitely be in support. But my stepdaughter loves everything that you guys do.
Oh, thank you. And thank you so much
you
for
for
putting
having
this together for us.
Oh, you're so welcome. When we can go back to a little bit more in person, one of the things that we do, and you may have seen some of our work, we did like an interview with Dory's Mediterranean Grill with Christine and Dory that got like 10,000 views. So like what we like to do is really showcase our local businesses and organizations with like a 3 to 5 minute, video that you can put on like your Facebook, your YouTube, your website, and then really showcase just what it is you guys do.
Oh, fantastic! Thank you.
That's wonderful.
So we would love to do that, and too, I'm gonna contact you off record too about like some of the trainings and different things. I know there was some talk about like some social media type centric type things that I would love to help out with too.
Oh, perfect.
Great.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, it's been a pleasure. Really enjoyed having you with us. So everyone go online, show your support. You can do gift certificates. You can do curbside pickups. You can schedule different things. You can go online and see what they have online, become a member, or show your support as a local volunteer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Take care. We'll talk to you later,
Bye-bye.
okay? Bye-bye. Aw. So that was so much fun. Yeah, my stepdaughter literally loves the Medford Arts Center. Like I said, I think I did not get any of the artistic ability in the family, but I do enjoy it. It's relaxing, and I love what they do. They have the veterans programs too, which are so very important for our veterans. So next we were going to have Village Treasures. Unfortunately, Judy could not join us at the last minute. So that's okay. I can definitely talk for a little bit more, and also want to show you, I'm going to bring my camera around here too, so just bear with me. I'm in my office. But I bought a lot of things from Village Treasures over the years. And I think this is my favorite piece that we bought. It's this pig. I don't know if you can fully see it, but we use it kind of as a big piggy bank. And for those of you who don't know, I grew up in Montana. I know, hard to believe with this Midwestern accent, right? On a pig farm, believe it or not. So growing up, we had 1,200 pigs on our farm at any one time. And anybody who knew our family always gave us pig knickknacks, towels. I mean, anything related with a pig, you name it, we had it. So when we moved here to New Jersey many moons ago, I'm not going to tell you how many years ago, because then you'll be able to figure out how old I am. We, kind of started over here in New Jersey after selling the farm the last day that we were actually there. And my husband and I were in Village Treasures the one day, and we happened to see this piggy bank, and I had to have it. I had given it to my parents, and then it has come back to me. So we love having it. It stays in my office. It always makes me happy because it's like the two sections of my life have come together, Montana and Jersey. So, best of both worlds. People be like, why would you move to New Jersey? Listen, we live in South Jersey, which is very different and is a great area. And you should learn a little bit more about it because it's great, especially this Medford Chemung area that I've been in for the last 22 years. So we've been talking to local businesses here on the JFKLiving Medford Here For Good event, just to give some of our small businesses a platform to be able to show how they've had to adapt their business, the different things that they're doing behind the scenes, and how we can support our local businesses. Medford is very unique, and our local area is very unique because you do see the support for local businesses that you don't see in other places. We have a lot of local Facebook groups, and people are constantly asking for recommendations, and they want to deal with local business. They understand how important it is. There are millions upon millions of local businesses and small businesses in the United States, and they need our support more now than ever. I remember, growing up in Montana, we didn't have Walmart. We didn't have big chain stores. We just didn't. Everything was local. It was owned by the local family, the local hardware store. The Tractor Supply place was owned by a local family. It wasn't these big companies. And so that's how I was raised. And when we moved here to New Jersey, my dad was like, Walmart does not need your dollar. It's the small local businesses. And he always encouraged us to support them. So this is just my small way to be able to give back a little bit and give people a platform. We take care of the technology. You see, this broadcast is not difficult. I'm actually shocked at how easy it is. If I can do it, literally anyone can do this. And it's a great way to connect with people. Video is going to become more and more important as things go on, and it's great to see how people. So just for a quick recap here, I want to take everyone through. So this morning we started out with, lovely, lovely people. I don't think they get any nicer. Were the folks for More Yellow Hair Design, Sally and Pat. Just what passion they have for their industry and for their clients. And everyone that I've talked to who have interacted with them are just speak so highly of them. I know Christine from Dory's Mediterranean Grill. She's always talking about how lovely they are. And it's great to see the local support of how people have reached out to them. And that's really what we all need to be doing for one another, is reaching out, encouraging one another, and seeing what we can do. So we've started with them, and it's great to see how they're adapting their business and looking forward to the future, and how with the information that's coming out, they're hopeful that they will be able to get back to business in some way, shape, or form. But we can always do gift cards. We can buy product and reach out to them. And sometimes it's just as simple as letting people say, hey, I care, and I'm here for you. So then spoke with the folks at Lower Forge Brewery. It's amazing the amount of knowledge that they have about their craft, which you can tell a passion that they have for what they do, which is awesome. So I'm looking forward to getting my own growler. I remember, I think I was in Buffalo, New York, when I finally figured out what a growler was. I was traveling for work back in the day. And so it's great to know that we can do curbside, and they're going to be rolling out a delivery option, which is awesome. So we're looking forward to that. And then if you need shoes, and what woman or anyone doesn't need a new pair of shoes? I love shoes, because you know what? You know what they say about shoes? Shoes always fit. So even if you've eaten a few cupcakes like I have, or whatever the case may be, shoes always fit. And from what you saw from their broadcast, is it's not your run-of-the-mill go to the big box store, which we won't name, and buy yourself a pair of shoes that maybe 30 other people have. You can go in, get something unique that is high quality and that is going to last for more than one season. And so I'm really excited. I loved those lightweight sneakers that they had showcased in the 3 different colors. So I'm definitely going to go pick up some of those. And especially with the curbside pickup coming up on Monday, reach out to Pam and see how you can get yourself a new pair of shoes. I know Mama needs a new pair of shoes, so I'm definitely going to do that. And then it was a lot of fun speaking with Susan from the Center Life and Balance, because you can tell she's a very centered person. Her energy is very positive. And I don't know about you, but my brain tends to go towards the negative. I'm a worrier. I mean, you know, it's just kind of how I'm wired a little bit. So, you know, over the years and different things, just been working with certain people about being a little bit more positive. So speaking with her was a lot of fun, and just showing, you know, the meditation, that you can't do it wrong, and the different things that they have going on at the center that you can still avail yourselves. If you go to their website, it gives you direct links to their counselors and the different therapists that they have, so that you can book your sessions with them. Meditation is important. And if you have not checked out Grazing Affair, you're missing out. If you do not check out Grazing Affairs Instagram, I don't know what you're missing a lot. So definitely give them a shout out and support. And then we just finished up with the Medford Arts Center, which was a lot of fun. Great people. It's amazing how people have pivoted and been able to do different things. And like they said, going to more of an online and a virtual platform, it is not easy. It's definitely something that takes a lot of work. So they're volunteers who have stepped up so great for that organization. And seeing people's outpouring of support is fantastic, because we really want these organizations and these businesses to stay around. So they need us now more than ever. So it's extremely important that we be able to support them. So if we don't avail ourselves of services, we can at least go on, share, like, comment on a social media post, follow them on social media. And the other big thing is to reviews. Reviews are huge. I know I'm a real estate agent, and reviews are huge for me. I love to hear my clients give a positive review of me and, how I've helped them. And businesses love that because then other people see them, they can share the review, and it just makes for a more positive experience all the way around. So we are going to finish up with a few other local businesses here. So I hope I filled my time okay and everybody wasn't bored to tears. Listen, this is live. This is not taped. It's not edited. So it is what it is. This is real. This is real me out here in my compound in Shamong. So hope you're enjoying it. So I'm excited to bring on the next guest. They have a lot of accolades. They've been voted Best Physical Therapy by the Courier Post for 7 years in a row, which is pretty awesome. That's probably not something that's easy to do. So without further ado, we're going to bring on Lance from Breakthrough Physical Therapy and Fitness. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you.
Good. Glad to have you here. I'm ready for your energy because from your emails, you sound like an energetic person, and let's do it.
Awesome. I'm ready to go. Thank you so much. I mean, first of all, just want to thank you for, coordinating this and setting this up to support the communities and, the small business owners. Everyone in the small business community needs all the help they can get. And sort of as a little teaser, I have a gift for the small business owners at the end of the talk here today as well.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see what that is because it is true. We cannot get through this alone. Everybody's in it together, and especially small businesses because they really do make up the backbone of our communities and of, the United States. I mean, it's huge that we support them. So tell us a little bit about how you're doing and how your business has changed, Lance, with, the pandemic and everything that's going on.
Yeah. So personally and our family, I mean, we are, trying to adapt and innovate and have fun. And it's really the same with our business. We've, made changes to make sure everyone's safe. So there's been some changes that way. And, everyone's being checked for their temperature and, we're wearing, masks and asking our clients to wear masks. And the really positive news is that in the last 2 weeks, a lot more people are coming out in person, and we are offering teleservices as well. So we started to do that, and even some of the legislation got nudged along because of the crisis. So that was good news because telemedicine is a great offering that probably should have been out there a little sooner. So that's one silver lining to come out. So we're definitely doing more safety things, and people are starting to come out in person. And, we've got right here in Medford, we've got 6,000 square feet in the facility behind me, and we're looking forward to getting into our other location within Medford Fitness as well when they're able to open back up. So those are just a few of the changes we've made.
Okay. Because you guys have 5 locations, correct?
We do. Yes.
Okay. So that's a lot of coordination, and oversight of all of those different facilities. So is it just the Medford and the Voorhees location that are open right now, or all of your?
Correct. Just Medford and Voorhees. However, again, with, some of the reopening and confidence and improvements, we are opening our Marlton location the week of Memorial Day, the 26th.
Okay.
And, we plan to bring 3 physical therapists back to our team that week.
That's fantastic. Now, do you think on the other side of this, you'll still continue with the telehealth services? Do you think that's something that you're going to keep?
Definitely. Oh, yes. I think that's in the client's best interest, which is one of the things I always like to, the lens I always look through. And it definitely serves a role, and it allows, physical therapists have unique training, and our motto is to bring physical therapy and fitness together. So, so often people get injured and they, of course, get out of shape, and that's assuming they were ever in shape and they kind of knew what to do. But many people really aren't taking care of themselves from a health standpoint. and following those recommendations. So we like to try to, of course, get them better and even better than they were previously, and also introduce them to some health and fitness. So I guess my point is we can actually serve, more people with, using technology and using telemedicine. So that'll be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's been an ongoing theme throughout. We did a Haddonfield Here for Good event as well. My other team members, they, focus on the Haddonfield area. So in talking with those businesses and then in talking with our local Medford businesses here, it's just been kind of a common theme as being able to adapt. And while it can be a little bit painful, bringing on these additional services and seeing what other ways you can serve the community, I think is helping all of the businesses move forward now and in the future. Would you agree?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Agree 100%.
Yeah. So a lot of people are a little bit sedentary right now, especially, April was just a dismal month. The weather was not good. A lot of the different state parks and things were closed. People weren't getting out there. So I know you wanted to talk to us a little bit about a few things, and I should be more mindful of my posture here because I know that's one of the things you're going to talk about. But I'm going to give you the full screen so that everybody can see, what you've prepared. But yeah, posture is a big thing. I know when I worked in the corporate environment for 20 years, it wasn't like the last 5 years where they started to go into more ergonomic, workstations. And I just think about the many uncomfortable chairs and different things that I've sat in over the years. And I know my posture could use some work. So I'm going to give you the full screen. About 10, 12 minutes. When I pop back up on the screen, we'll wrap up. But I really want everyone to hear what Lance has to say. It has some great information and how we can support their business as well. So I'm going to give you the screen. I'm going to remove myself, and then it's you. Okay?
Thanks, Melissa. Any questions? Melissa, yeah, feel free to jump in and grab me.
Sounds good. All right.
Okay, so even under normal circumstances, posture is a big challenge for all of us. And over the last couple of weeks, Coach Tim Welsh at Shawnee, one of the teachers, and assistant baseball coach, assistant football coach, phys ed teacher, reached out to me and expressed that the teachers and students are sitting way more, and there's definitely a lot of neck pain, back pain among the teaching population, and just asked if I could put something together to help. So we've been doing that. And we're probably going to do a Facebook Live, and we'll give you the information on that. But definitely just wanted to kind of share some things while people are, home more and maybe on couches as their workstation and, using technology more. So just kind of, thinking about what good posture is. So we all have a curve in our neck, and we have the opposite curve in our mid back, and we have the same curve as our neck in our low back. So it should be like an S. Okay. And to really have good posture that way, you need your abdominals, or your core is the, common word that you'll hear, to be engaged. So I'll share one simple posture exercise that only takes 10 seconds. This is my favorite posture exercise. And part of having good posture is a habit. I just had a patient in this morning, and she's fully got the ability to bend with good, good posture, good body mechanics. And she's a pet lover, and she has several dogs. And she just said she just never realized, that bending down to feed her dogs and to put a leash on and take care of them, she was doing that incorrectly. And, in this person's case, they had bone density problems, and they had a big injury. They actually have compression fractures of their spine. So the posture exercise that I like to teach is simply, if you think about your shoulder blades, right, the wing bones in your back, if you take your shoulders up to your ears, okay, basically do a shrug, and then if you pinch your shoulder blades backwards, and then you take your shoulder blades down, okay, so you go up towards your ears, backwards, and down. We all tend to overuse the upward muscles, the shrug muscles. We all underuse the back and down muscles. So if you do that exercise 10 times every waking hour, and then you try to keep 80% of the back and down, you will start to, increase the strength of your postural muscles, which are more endurance muscles. So even if you did really heavy weight on a row or certain back exercises, that wouldn't necessarily carry over to slow twitch endurance postural muscles. So you need to try to maintain it all the time. And what that exercise does is it basically stretches out some of the front muscles, because when your body actually contracts a muscle, if you can imagine doing a bicep curl, your front muscles are contracting or shortening and your back muscles are lengthening. Your brain has to allow the opposite muscle group to relax. Okay, so 10 times every waking hour. You can do that when you're at the desk, sitting, standing, walking, driving, and try to make good posture a habit. Okay, now the opposite to think about is, bad posture. So many of you may have heard of the term tech neck. And, when you're really bent over your technology, no matter what age you are, that's a very stressful position. So again, you guys know what good posture looks like. Try to avoid that. As far as, applying that good posture to reaching down low or squatting, which is something we all do, getting up from chairs and, just in everyday life, getting something from a low cabinet, putting stuff down, picking up our laundry. So what that should look like is, again, you start with those normal curves that we spoke about, okay? You really tighten your abdominals, okay? And then your hips are going to move before your knees. And what you don't want to have happen is your knees to go over your toes, okay? So your hips go back. You can cross your arms if you want to, so you don't have a tendency to help yourself. I'm going to go away so you can see my whole body. So again, it should look like this, and you're still maintaining the normal curves of your spine. And it is okay for your upper body, your trunk, to go forward. We Fit, which was a great tool, had a lot of things right, but one thing they did not have right was they taught people to have their upper body vertical. Okay, moving forward with your upper body is actually a better way to do it. The research clearly shows that you engage your hip muscles, and you'll be better served that way. Okay, so that's a whole lot of information about posture. If anyone has any aches or pains, please take Breakthrough up. One of the things we really do special is we offer complimentary consultations, or a screen. We call it either a PT consult or a screen. And we can do that either by telemedicine or in person at Medford at Taunton Forge, our Voorhees location, and after the 26th at our Marlton location. So we do a complimentary history, and we do a physical exam to try to determine what the problem is if you're not sure. And we give you genuine, generous advice and recommendations. So if you're having problems with your neck or back from sitting too much, or any other type of pain or balance problem, we're happy to check you out. Complimentary, no insurance. The other thing I wanted to speak about was youth athletes. So a good friend of mine, Sean Kennedy, our sons play sports together. He reached out to me early on and said, Lance, listen, our boys are playing Fortnite and playing video games 4, 5, 6 hours a day, with their whole circle of friends. Can you help create something to give them a little guidance? We know, all the youth athletes are without their sports, and everyone's without their activities. So Breakthrough and our team, we jumped in, and I personally started coaching a beta group with Zoom sessions 3 days a week. And we created fitness for this group 5 days a week. And we made challenges that were related to their sport, or will help in any sport, like a broad jump, a vertical jump, a max plank, side plank. So some things that were fun. And one of our personal trainers, Dr. Sakib, who's also a doctor of physical therapy, he's our leader with this program. He's taken it over and taken it on. And we've now expanded it throughout the community. So we're really excited to have a solution for, all the youth athletes who, just really didn't know what to do. And we're kind of becoming couch potatoes at a young age. So everyone can check that out at Breakthrough PT Fitness /sports challenge. Okay. And it's a great offer. We actually just completed one round and we're getting ready to start again. So for 28 days, we'll map out, there's a complimentary physical therapy exam so that we can identify the weak links of the athlete so we can incorporate that into their recovery. And another big opportunity really with this whole situation, and again, Coach Sean Kennedy really, grabbed me and said, Lance, let's help these athletes turn this into an opportunity rather than the opposite right now and just feel down and discouraged and depressed. So for 28 days, we're going to do more advanced strength training on 3 of the days, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And the other days will be challenges and some recovery work. So for $100 for the entire month, which turns out to be about $3 a day, they're getting a fully, a comprehensive program that will include a lot of recovery work because overuse and, just too much specialization is a big problem. So this can be a great, opportunity to take advantage of some of that. And in our world, we call it periodization. We can really map out a month and even a whole season and even a whole year so that the athletes have balanced bodies and prevent injuries. And the beautiful thing is that the same things that prevent injuries actually help the athletes perform at their best because, the athletes and the parents aren't really as excited about prevention as they are, hitting a home run or scoring the most points and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, it's a big deal because I know even with my stepdaughter, in trying to, she's usually outside quite a bit, but the tendency, especially with having to do the schoolwork inside and then trying to get her motivated to then go outside afterward, it's a big deal. She likes to play softball, so that's what we're trying to do too.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So that's been fun. But so I'm going to replay the posture part over and over again, and I'll see, how I do with that. But it's great information. You guys obviously know what you're doing because of the different awards that you've had and awarded best 7 years in a row. That's pretty awesome. So you guys are doing it well, and seeing how you've adapted as well with this sports program. I'd like to talk to you more about that. So maybe we can schedule a longer session next time.
Absolutely. Definitely. Okay. Fantastic.
Because I think there's a book coming out too. So maybe we could tease people with that. And, we'll schedule a longer session so we can definitely talk about that next time. How's that sound?
That sounds great. And so my last gift that I'd like to extend, I mentioned the small business owners are really, going through a lot of stress and overwhelm. And, I just finished writing a book, which I'm very humbled has earned an Amazon bestseller. And it's really about how to grow an organization or how to lead an organization and to stay healthy, to how to keep yourself personally healthy and your business healthy. So it's called the 4% Breakthrough. And I'm willing to share, during this crisis, share the electronic copy of that book with any entrepreneurs, leaders, managers who would like to check it out. And all you have to do is personally email me at drlanceknob@breakthroughpt.com or reach out to me, on socials through Breakthrough, any way that you prefer.
Right. Absolutely. Well, that's awesome. That's a great offering because, I don't think people fully sometimes appreciate the health of employees and how that actually helps not only the employees, but the company as well. And as leaders, we have to be mindful of that.
Absolutely. Our team are the ones that are, on the front lines and engaging, clients and customers in the community every single day. So we're only as good as they are. So absolutely, we need to keep them healthy, which speaks to the, the current situation. We're going to really have business owners are going to have to be on our A games to keep our, our team and the community healthy right now.
Absolutely. Better together, in it together. And we just all have to do our part and being strong leaders as well. So good to talk with you, Lance. And we'll schedule another one. This was our first one, so we'll definitely get together again and look forward to learning more about your business and how you guys are helping. Okay.
I would love to get together. Thank you so much. It was great meeting you and talking to you, and we'll definitely talk soon.
All right, sounds good. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Oh. So that was a lot of fun. So I'm going to have to work on my posture. We're doing pretty well on time. And so I'm really excited because I remember when this business first started posting online. Mystical Blossoms, hello.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Hi, we're great.
Good, good. So do we have both sisters with us today?
We do.
Oh, yay, sisters. So it's Jody and Micheline, correct?
Michaeline. Yeah,
Michaeline.
Jody and then Michaeline.
Okay, okay. So I have a sister, so I feel a kinship already. So let's talk a little bit about how you guys are doing. How are your families? How are you all doing?
I think we're managing well because of the nature of our business. So a lot of the products that we make are getting us through these hard times.
Okay.
Our product, a lot of people come here for self-care and mental health. Yeah. So it's helping our children and us.
Okay. Great. So with everything that has gone on, how has it changed your business? What have you seen?
When we first started the business 4 years ago, we were solely online and doing like pop-up vending events.
Okay.
And then we opened the store because so many people were like, when are you guys going to have a place where we can come visit? And when we used to vend, everything was always beautiful. Like you can see, I'll flip around the cottage, but we have flowers. We try to really make sure it's beautiful, you know, and there's a sense of that. So for us, an online store, and that has always been. Oh, can you get her the elderberry, Jen? Okay. We have someone picking up right now. Online has always been our baby, and that sort of how we built our business first. So even when we opened the store, we always had that online business. So, you know, for us, it hasn't been too bad. It's just sad that we have this beautiful building and, you know, and we refreshed for spring and, you know, so it has been hard. And then we did the Philadelphia Flower Show. We were vendors there and a lot of people didn't come to enjoy the flower show. And, you know, we sort of made a lot of product that necessarily didn't sell, but that's selling now, you know, so that kind of was not so good for us. But I think Michaeline and I are so adaptable that we tend to look at a situation and say, you know, we are in the self-care business. So how can we be of service?
Sure.
And how can we do this a little bit differently? So this week coming, we're going to be doing porch pickups, which we're excited about because at least people can come and see the flowers.
Yes.
So we're going to have,
and
so we'll have like a person. Oh, go ahead.
You're just so everyone knows, you're located behind Cupcake Wish, correct?
Yeah.
In the pink cottage.
Right. So we are, if you're, so I'll show you real quick. This is actually Cupcake Wish is here. And we're nestled behind them, but there's a little alleyway right here called Cook Street. But we like to say that we're actually in Braddock's parking lot because we're also nestled between two of these incredible food places in Medford. And we miss Braddock's happy hours. So like we're bursting at the seams for that. But they're still open. They're still doing
they're still doing curbside. Yep.
Yeah, and so is the cupcake place. She's open, I think, on Saturdays.
Yeah, they were doing some orders. I'm like, I didn't get mine in on time. I was very disappointed, but I'll get it in. I will.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit, because self-care, I think, you know, was big before, but I think with everything that is going on, you hear that term more often now than ever before. And I mean, there's so many posts on social media about self-care. Can you talk a little bit about what it is with regards to your business and like some of the different products and different things, because I know you have the online store and everything that people might just want to be a little bit more in tune to?
I think self-care is carving out time. I like to call it soul care because I'm tending my entire soul. And sometimes it's not pretty. Sometimes it's just, I make juice at home. So I might make a mess of the kitchen and I'm like, I'm not cleaning this up right now. I'm getting that cup of juice, or we sell tea, make herbal tea, go outside. It's not fancy. There's no beautiful Instagram picture. Like it can be so simple. It can be reading a book. It can be when people are demanding of you, you say, no, I can't do that because I have, I'm currently carved out time because I'm doing this thing.
Okay.
Do you have anything to add to that, Michaeline?
I think what I've noticed a lot over the quarantine, being stuck at home, I stopped doing the things I loved over the past couple of years, and it brought a lot of awareness to that. So exercise is really important to me, and nature. Mm-hmm. And I think we were working so hard on building the business that it kind of got away from us. So for me, I think it was one of the best things that's happened for me as a person, because I hit a milestone. I just turned 40, and, we're building this business. And so what I started doing was carving out chunks of time, exercising and remembering, oh, I used to do this on my own years ago. Mm-hmm. And it was extremely important to me. So that's important. And also I'm focusing more on nutrition.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That the nutrition piece, we always laugh because sometimes, Christmas is very busy for us. Like there's definitely times that are super busy. And there will be moments where I'm like, wait a minute, we're in the self-care / soul care business and we're not caring for ourselves.
Right.
So we have to remind each other. And then the funny thing is too, like we'll make something and then maybe we won't use it for a while, even though, we're selling these things. And then we're like, oh my God, I used, this bath salt, or I drank that tea and I haven't had it in a while. And it's so good. And we kind of giggle because we're like, yeah, we need that. We're growing things in the garden or supporting other organic farmers. And it's like nature and things that are natural, they tend to raise our vibration. And I think that they make us feel young again. I think that, and they can have memories associated, like roses a lot of times. People have usually good memories around roses or daisies or lilacs. So, yeah.
Just be more in tune. So what, if people were to go online, what kind of products would they find there?
Okay, we're going to show you a little bit.
Great.
So people come in a lot for our teas, and we actually make these teas right here in Medford, New Jersey. We have a commercial kitchen, and we make them. We put them in the tea bags. We seal it. So these are handmade. They're 12 tea bags for $8. Then these are inhalers. So you open them up and smell them. I want to say real quick about right now, a lot of people are forgetting to breathe.
Yes.
So especially when we're in mask, it's like we're stifled.
Mm-hmm.
So breathe inhalers, definitely really good. It's like a reminder to breathe, and then with allergies and sinuses. And then we have our hand sanitizer. So this is with alcohol and glycerin, some essential oils, and then our tonic. So we have elderberry tonic, which is vinegar based, and that's really good for the immune. And this I'm taking right now for allergies. The pollen in Medford today is
awful.
Yeah. Spring tonic is like good for the lymph system and to reduce a little bit of water. So if you're bloated, and then we do a lot with aromatherapy. So we have, this is sleep tight spray, and we have our bath soak. So it's good like after a workout or in the garden. And then our soap. So this is our lavender soap, and they come in these really cool gift boxes. And Michaeline makes these. They're made right in Medford. And then we do a little bit with the crystals.
Okay.
Crystals and flowers, I think they love each other. So, so we have and then we put a little piece of paper with it so they know what it is.
We also have a lot of gift kits, which we've noticed have been selling more than ever before, because people are gifting things to their friends because they can't see them.
Right.
So we have lot of those online as well. Yeah,
Great.
like for Mother's Day, we did a Mother's Day gift kit, and that was really successful. And it had like a tea, a soap, chocolates, all really good stuff. So it was nice to see people. And what's nice too is we can always assist people with gifts. So if someone says, "Hey, I want to send something to my friend,"
Right.
you know, she's having a tough time, she loves lavender, we can say, "Oh, well, we have a lavender kit for that," you know.
Oh,
Um,
that's nice.
yeah, or my friend's a nurse, I want to send her some extra good juju.
Right.
So they're like, "Yeah, we have something for that." Yeah, so we love helping out. And we're really active on social media. So
Yeah.
Monday, we're doing an Instagram live sale. So if
Great.
you follow us on Instagram,
Yep.
it's at 7 p.m.
Okay.
And we just show everybody. And then, like, we talk about in depth about a couple products. And then we always have a little sale going on.
Great. Great.
Yeah.
So I know you have 2 gardens, correct, that you maintain and get a lot of your products from yourselves, correct?
We
Is
kind of have 3 gardens because
it just keeps growing, right?
every year my husband is really resistant. I wanted to do this huge extension like 6-7 years ago in our house in Cherry Hill, and he said no. So basically I just did it over time, and I'm extended out even more than the original extension. So we have a really big garden at my house, and then we have a community garden at Barkley Farms.
Okay.
And then we have a garden at the cottage as well.
Oh, that's very cool. Well, it looks absolutely beautiful. And I am definitely going to get in contact with you about the soaps because my sister absolutely loves her different fancy soaps. And
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Caress is going to cut it for her. So I'm excited to be able to get something for her too. So I'm definitely going to be in touch. And then Instagram, 7 p.m. on Monday. Make sure you tune in, follow on social media. We have all of the social media there running along the bottom. But really just a great thing for people to know that it's still available, it's local, it's a beautiful space, and just, you know, take care of yourselves. I think
Yeah,
that's the most
exactly.
important thing is, you know.
And our little ones. We have to take care of our little ones too because it can be a scary time for them.
Absolutely. It's very sad when we hear our little ones talking about when the sick goes away. That's heartbreaking, and not being able to see their friends or be in school activities or the different things. We really just want to set a good example for them too. And like you said, self-care does not have to be pretty. I think a lot of people think it has, they see these perfect, I know I do. I see these perfect Instagram feeds and I'm like, that is so not me. My life does not look like that at all. So, you know, I think it's important to remember too, that it just really is about taking some time for the things that you enjoy doing too.
Yes. And we forget what we love to do.
You do.
So think back when you were younger, especially like your teenage years, you usually are really true to yourself prior to when everybody tells you what you should like.
Exactly. Or what we think society wants us to like, right?
Yeah.
So, well, so great catching up with you ladies, Jody, and I just really appreciate you coming to the broadcast. I mean, I know it's a little bit last minute, but we wanted to give people an opportunity to be able to showcase what they do because now more than ever, we need everyone's support and we're just in it together. So Jody and Michaeline, thank you so much.
Thank you. We
Great.
appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'll be in touch and have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Aw, so much fun. Having a lot of fun. All right, so on to our next guest, and you're gonna have to bear with me here because we have a few things going on, don't we, Claudia? How are you, Claudia? Can you hear me?
Hi, I'm doing well. Yes,
Good.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. And I'm noticing that beautiful woodwork behind you on that staircase. That is gorgeous.
Well, thank you. I'm been enjoying the weather with my family and starting to work on the store a little bit more, doing some landscaping and some fixing up of the store while we're closed.
Well, it's an absolutely beautiful historic building. How old is the building that you're in, Claudia?
The building is a little bit over 200 years. We have a historical marker outside that describes who the owners were and the couple of times that it's been fixed up. I bought it about a year and a half ago in November, a little bit more than a year and a half ago. And I've been running it with some of the previous vendors that we had, people who have been there for quite a long time. And I've gotten some new people and also some local crafters and other kinds of things at the store.
Great, great. Now with the curbside pickup announcement that from Governor Murphy, will that then allow you to do a little bit more with the goods that you have?
Yes, I've already started taking some pictures of some items that we have, and I'm encouraging the other vendors to take photos of their items or let me know which ones they want me to take pictures of.
Right.
And we on our Facebook page, I don't know if you have it on the ticker, but on our Facebook page, which is under Antiques at 9 South Main, Medford, New Jersey, on our page, we will post photos with measurements and prices.
Okay.
And if people PM us or message us, we could work out the details and we can either do credit card or we can do cash and arrange for curbside pickup.
Okay, great, great. Because I've been in your store many times before, and I just wish I could take everything with me. You have such great pieces and great vendors and local crafters. So it's important to know that we don't have to go very far to find some unique gift items or unique items for our home. And then you have jewelry as well, correct, Claudia? Like some earrings and some different pieces too?
Yes, we have a couple of different people that make jewelry, including Sleepy Cat Jewelry, which is Carolyn Jones, local to Medford. We have my own jewelry, Shiny Beads, which will be a little bit of both of ours in the video. We also have we have Melisa Supalana, who makes some more like crystal, new age, that kind of thing. Also some prisms and various stones and some explanations of that. And we also have a lot of just kind of pop jewelry, things with like Harry Potter themes or things with rainbows, things for younger people.
Okay, great. And Claudia had the forethought to put together a video. So I'm going to switch to that now. So everyone just bear with me because this is probably the first time I've done this, but so I'm going to remove us from the screen, Claudia, and bring up the video full screen so that everybody can see a little showcase of what you have going on in the store, okay? And then I'll bring you back at the end. How's that sound?
Okay, and it's just a sampling. We have so much more than that.
So much more, so much more. Okay, so let me get this moving here. I'm going to go share my screen. All right, so now you can see my screen. And now I'm going to my video here. Do full screen, and I'm going to hit play. there are a lot of unique pieces. I'm looking at some of the stemware that they had. That beautiful punch bowl. And then some of the other more unique items. I mean, there's just so much to take in. And this is right in downtown Medford, right off of Main Street. It's in a beautiful historic building. And it really does feature a lot of items from local crafters. I mean, look at those bags. I would love to have one of those. I also am thinking about that white vanity in the very beginning. I'm trying to see where I could put that in my house. So one thing that you may not know about me is I love jewelry. I don't always wear it all the time, but I love funky different pieces, and those are absolutely gorgeous. I used to wear a ton of rings, tons of necklaces. I don't wear them as much anymore, but I'm starting to think I should get back in the game here. And this is just such a cool video because it just goes to show that our local businesses are really trying to do whatever they can to get the word out about what they do, trying to adapt, doing the very best they can. And so what we can do to support them is to like, share, comment, leave a review. We all know nurses, we all know people and essential workers who are still working, so maybe a cute little gift as a pick-me-up would be a great idea from one of our local businesses. Just a lot of different unique ideas. Oh, I love that. That too. Oh boy, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Lots of good. Oh, look at all those unique items. We're not going to be able to go into a store to find those different types. Oh, and then the Mohawk Trail candles. Some of my personal favorites. We have cats in the house, so we always have candles burning. Oh, I like the little kitty cat thing. There. The quilts. I don't know if you've seen in some of Claudia's pictures, the quilts are absolutely beautiful. Hopefully we'll be able to get to the beach and see the lighthouses one day. Although I think they're supposed to open up Memorial Day weekend. I think I'll be staying home for a little bit. Ooh, artisan soap. Ooh, that sounds good. See, I'm going to tell my sister she doesn't have to worry. We will find her artisan soaps. And they're local. We don't have to go very far. Oh, cool. Oh, those are super cool. I love a good hat. So much to take in. I love it. Oh, look at the old phonograph. What a cool piece would that be? Yeah, not a toy. Just even thinking about for my clients for staging items, some of these might be a great idea. So just remember, if you see any, and books. James Patterson. I love James Patterson. I didn't know you had books. Okay. Oh, and old books. Jill from Meant to Be. They've got older books and baskets. And just remember that starting Monday, there's going to be curbside pickup for non-essential businesses that the governor has stated can go into effect Monday morning at 6 a.m. So if you see any of these items that you would like to have, please reach out to Claudia on her Facebook and make arrangements to get those picked up. Like she said, they can make arrangements for credit card payment, cash payment. And I'm sure they will make every accommodation possible But just look at all these great items that are waiting for their new home. I know we're all sitting at home looking at our home decor, and I know I need a serious upgrade, so why not go down and pick up a piece or two and refresh your space? Top of the morning. I do have a little Irish in me. Ooh, I like that. Just don't tell my husband I'm looking online. He'll want to get more motorcycle parts if I buy anything. Aww. Oh, those are cute. More old books. Jill from Meant to Be. There you go. You're always looking for books. A dog book. I should get that from my mom. She got 2 new puppies and whew, they're a handful. Awesome. Aww. I love that virtual tour. That was awesome.
Thank you. We have so many more things. I'm making a longer video with more of the areas and putting that on our Facebook page, but I'm new to all this making videos stuff. So working with my 19-year-old. So, and I just wanted to say we have 3 floors of a Victorian house full of so many different items. We're going to try to represent our stuff by taking photos. So anybody who's interested, please get in touch, check our Facebook page, send me an email, give me a call. I'm really happy to work with you. So especially if there's something you see that you're interested in, or if you're looking for a particular thing, I can tell you whether we have it or not.
Great. Well, it looks, I mean, there's so many things. I loved that white vanity piece in the very beginning. How stunning is that? I'm trying to think of where I could put that in my house. It's beautiful. Beautiful. So thank you very much, Claudia, for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we have 2 different people who paid for.
Yes. And so best of luck to you and your family. Stay safe. And I'm sure we'll be talking soon.
Okay, thank you very much. Take care.
You're welcome. Take care now. So many fun things in that video. I mean, could definitely have bought a thing or two. So I'm waiting for Jim from Jim's Jarhead Jerky to join us. I hope he was able to get his link okay. We were going through a few things there, but I definitely want to showcase him. Have a lot of things in common. My dad's name was actually Jim. My dad was also a Marine, just like Jim. I actually come from a pretty long background of people who have served in the military. My grandfather served in World War II in Korea. My great uncle served in World War II. He's actually buried in Tunisia in Northern Africa. My father served in Vietnam, and a few uncles served in the military as well, in the Army. So want to give him a huge shout out at Jim's Jarhead Jerky, because he has quite the following, and just different areas that you're able to buy his product. I did not realize until I really started looking into it, all the different states that you can actually purchase Jim's Jarhead Jerky in. So I'm excited to have him join us. I'm going to have to see if he's available. So give me a minute. I'm going to reach out to him on Facebook Messenger and see if he's still around. So just bear with me here. If you can't already tell, you can tell that I could probably chat for hours. I think that's probably a family thing. I don't know. Russians aren't supposed to be that talkative, but I seem to have the gift for gab over here. So let me see if Jim's ready. Let me just give him a quick shout out. If not, I do know where he's at. So from 12 to 4 with the Tamarack Lakes Association, he actually has some jerky available and some other items that he has set up in his booth from 12 to 4 today. Again, all social distancing and different things will apply that they are obviously a high priority for. So if I can't get him to join, we will, wrap up and give everyone their afternoon, and we'll just schedule another time for him to join us. But, one thing that is extremely apparent is the care that people here in our local community have for one another and for our local businesses. And I think that's really something pretty awesome in today's world. So I just got the word that he's going to be moving over to the live stream here shortly. I have the best IT people in the world, because let me tell you, I would not know he was in the test link. So my guys are on it. You can probably hear the ding from my computer. Those are the messages from my IT team. Pip and Jeremiah letting me know that he's on his way. So there he is. Hey, Jim, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. Is it hot enough out there for you today?
It's absolutely beautiful here
Is
today.
it beautiful? Oh,
It
I'm so
is.
excited. Yesterday was so humid.
It was. A lot of pollen here, but welcome to South Jersey.
Exactly. Don't they say if you live in Jersey long enough, you'll get an allergy to something?
You're absolutely right.
I think I've lived in Jersey long enough, because I've definitely got the South Jersey allergies going. So
thanks for having us on here today.
Oh, well, I'm so excited to have you. I know you and I have chatted a little bit through Messenger and everything. So I'm excited to have you on.
Thank you.
And there's a lot of similarities. My dad's name was Jim. Your name is Jim. You both served in the Marine Corps, Semper Fi.
Semper Fi, young lady.
So tell us how you're doing. Give us a little bit of background on Jim's Jarhead Jerky, and how can people support you?
Well, first of all, I'd like to wish everyone who took the oath. Today is Armed Forces Day.
Yes.
And I'd like to salute everyone that did take the oath. Thank you for your service. To answer your question, we're doing well. We are doing well. The virus has caused most, if not all, of the events that we do come spring, summer, and fall pretty much canceled out.
Sure.
We are starting next Saturday at the Burlington County Farmers Market in Morristown, New Jersey. It's going to be a different atmosphere. It'll be socially distant. They're only going to be allowing X number of customers in at one time. But to the listening public, if you have the opportunity, 500 Centerton Road in Morristown, New Jersey is it's a county farmers market, and it's a wonderful, wonderful place.
Yes. So when you first started, how did you, because now you have a lot of different products, right?
We do.
Tell us a little bit about the wide variety that you have.
Well, we started off with a peppered teriyaki beef jerky.
Okay.
That is our anchor product. We've won many awards with that through Taste Television. We've been recognized by the Food Network, by one of the head chefs at the White House. We then expanded into an applewood smoked, a hickory smoking lava, which is really starting to sell very well. It's a very, very spicy beef jerky.
Okay.
We expanded into buffalo wing nuts, peanuts,
Okay.
and also a honey mustard crunch, which is a combination of hard pretzel and sesame seed clusters with honey mustard. It's absolutely amazing with an ice cold beer.
I was just going to say, we need to have Sean over at Lower Forge give us like all the pairings for what would go well with your product too. So
And he has them, all.
I'm sure he does. So we're gonna have to put that together. We're gonna put that together. So I for one, obviously I know about Jim's Jarhead Jerky. I did not know how far wide in other states your product is available. So tell us a little bit about that, because that's super cool.
We were thank you. It's been a lot of hard work for both myself and my wife. Let me see. Is Miss Joette there? Miss Joette, say hello. Oh. We were
love it.
We secured an account out in California that at the time got us aboard 4 battleship, California, Hawaii, up in New York, into their novelty shops. So our jerky has gone anywhere from Honolulu, Hawaii. We're still selling, of course, on the East Coast. Most recently, we got picked up by a business out in Kansas who's putting our product into packages for troops, not only for the troops, but for those military personnel that are home. She's doing a wonderful package for Father's Day. So, we're really honored by that. About a month or so ago, a company down in beautiful Front Royal, Virginia, they sent us a message. They were looking at our website, and lo and behold, we're now selling down in Virginia as well.
When you first started, did you ever think this is where you would be now with all the distribution in different places where your product is found?
Melissa, not in a million years. We started this out of my kitchen for our son-in-law who was deployed to Iraq.
Right.
Homemade beef jerky. Literally got inundated by emails, requests to send other troops, not just U.S. troops, but we also received emails from troops from Australia to send them. So we partnered up with, back then it was called Yellow Ribbon Club. Now it's Operation Yellow Ribbon. And we still put our product into their care packages, and it goes to the brave men and women that are deployed in harm's way.
It's just simply amazing. It's such a great story and a feel-good story, and I think we need to hear more of them today about how something that starts out in such a simple way and how it can have a great effect on people. And I know that when people see your product, and with Operation Yellow Ribbon, there's just a sense. So can you give us a little bit of a close-up view, Jim? I see you have your stand behind you. Are you in Tamarack today?
We are.
Okay.
Here we have our Shratza bacon. This is new for us. It's selling very well. We have a candied bacon.
Ooh, yummy.
Honey mustard pretzel crunch. Where is
Wow.
it? There it is.
That
This
looks
is
good.
one of my favorites.
That looks good.
And if you're in the mood for buffalo wing peanuts, well, we have those too.
Yeah, I think my mom would like those.
That's our pepper teriyaki. I don't know if you could see that all right.
Yes, we can. Yep.
The hickory smoked.
That's good too.
We have our smoked applewood.
Okay.
And least but not our smoking lava.
Lava. Ooh, that sounds spicy.
It is. It is. We had people, request, Jim, what can you do to spicing things up? So,
hold on to your hats, kids.
Yeah. So lo and behold, they're smoking lava.
I love it. I love it. So you're out there from 12 to 4 today, correct?
We are.
Okay. So if you are in the need of some, I'm definitely going to have to get some of the honey mustard crunch. That's definitely one of my favorites.
Well,
but you can find it. So on your website, jimsjarheadjerky.com, you can find all of the local areas where your product is sold.
That's right.
Can you also order off? You can also order off of the website, correct?
You can. Yes, we have an active web store. Just click on it where it says buy jerky, and you'll see our products there online.
That's awesome. So it's amazing to see, the full reach and the message behind what you're doing. And I absolutely love it. I mean, I found out your name was Jim, when I found out you're a Marine, and then I'm like, it was meant to be.
When you're done there,
thank you.
Drive over to Tamarack and get me some stuff.
That was my husband. He's like, you have to go.
We'll be here until 4 o'clock. We'll be here. It's amazing how, like I said, because of the events closing down, our stores are still purchasing. We're selling online, but I've gotten requests from so many people. Jim, with all the area markets, the outside entertaining you're doing now, it's closed. Where can we get your product? So, lo and behold, I put a table out front here, and boy, oh boy, this is getting to be an active area. So
Great.
come on down.
Come on down. The more the merrier, as long as.
The more the merrier. Later on, we're going to have a dance party, so put on your dancing shoes.
Well, I love the energy. I love, the message that you have, and, just want to give you a shout out about just, I don't know. It just makes my heart warm, I guess.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thanks for having us on.
Not a very warm, fuzzy person, but it makes my heart warm. So.
Oh, I'm glad.
Well, I'm glad you could join us. I will be by later. And everyone, head over to jimsjarheadjerky.com. You can find out where you can find the product. You can buy it online and support such a great cause. So we appreciate having you. And I'm sure I'll be talking to you soon.
Be well. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Be well.
Right.
Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I have a lot of feelings about that. So anywho, like my husband said, he wants me to finish up here and run over and grab some right away. He loves jerky. I usually put that in some of his lunches. So maybe I'll do that for him. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I just might eat it all. Who knows? So we're finishing up here in the Medford Here for Good live stream event. So a lot of great local businesses. I wish we were overwhelmed with the response from the local businesses about wanting to join the broadcast. And so if you did not get a chance to get on the broadcast, please reach out to me, because would love to organize another opportunity for you to get involved. This will not be a one-time thing. If you look at the JFKLiving team's history, for the past 2 years, we've been doing a lot of local community videos. I joined the team a year ago. Getting everything under my belt, Medford, Chemung area is my hometown, my home away from home. So reach out to me, would love to connect with you. We need to support our local businesses. We need to support one another. My business is I'm a real estate agent. So if you have questions about what's going on in the market, you can head over to my YouTube or my Facebook. Every Tuesday, I give a market update. Or if you just have questions in general, would love to connect with you. I'm just going to plug myself a little bit there. But other than that, guys, we really are here for you. So if we can help you in any way, whether even if you have a technology or a social media question, please reach out to us. We are by no means experts, but I think we do a pretty good job in that regard. So we would love to help you. We're not just here for the short term, we're here for the long term, and we're here to support you, our local businesses. So I'm Melissa Anderson, JFK Living, brokered now by eXp Realty with our Medford Here for Good event. I hope you're all staying safe. I hope you remain positive. We will get to the other side of this, and we're going to do it together. And that's what's most important. We're not in this alone. We're in it together. Reach out, support one another, and go out and enjoy that beautiful day. All right, signing off for now. Take care now. Bye-bye. I have to hit another.